Hello students, welcome to MGM Education. We are now going to study CHSC Alternative English. Alternative English. That's a poem we are going to complete now of a questionable conviction written by Jayant Mahapatra. Jayant Mahapatra is a Odia poet, but he has mastery over Odia and English poetry. He has written, you know, some notable things such as relationship, bad and apple, uh, waves and fruits, and close the sky, another 10 by 10. So many poems and scriptures he has written. Jayant Mahapatra, who was born in Katak, in this poem particularly, of a questionable conviction, he speaks us about the painful life of a poet. A poet, how he cultivates the idea, writes a poem, how difficult this is, no doubt. But nobody pays for it and nobody shares his pain. And this pain, that is, he himself created what he speaks about. Let us read the first stanza. What he says, speaks about is, this is a man who talks of pain. Means he himself is saying, as though it belongs to him alone, and my pain is mine. What he says, and he says, maybe he is invented it himself, right, and made a virtue of it. Maybe he is a poet. Means a poet takes a lot of strain and pain to compose a poem, right? But he is not paid. His financial condition remains very poor. He cannot even give medicine to his sick wife, or he cannot even take the proper care of his children and his family. But he never leaves the act of writing poem to satisfy his own soul. Yeah, he used to write. He says that writing poem is a commercial concept. Everyone earns money, but but the poet is never thinking of earning, but just he shares the feelings and he tries to fill your heart with complete pleasure. By taking his own pain, it gives pleasure to you. That's why a poet can be said to be a sun, Surya. ଯେମିତି ନିଜ ଯୋଡ଼ି ଅନ୍ୟକୁ ଆଲୋକ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରନ୍ତି. The sun itself boils but provides light to you. In the same way, a poet always takes the pain within him, but he prepares exciting poems for you. Means for the society. Society enjoys their poem. What is his pity is that he is in a very difficult condition, but no one can know about this. What he says is, and now here in the second stanza, what he says, you see, for hours he waits in the night, towards another night he waits, yeah, for that his excuse to leave, for empty window in his lonely wall belongs to him. Means for writing poem, he says that for writing poem is not an easy task. We have to get an idea first, then refine the idea, then we have to think that it should touch the heart of the reader or not. Will it give any type of pleasure or any information to the people or not? So it takes days and days, nights and nights, sometimes months together. We have to wait to get a divine spark. Divine spark means a good idea of writing the poem. Hardly it comes, and in between it passes also. We face this type of situation also. Empty walls, is saying. My windows are kept open, means I keep my brain open to think and get a new idea, innovate a new idea to generate it to the people. It is not so much easy that anybody can write the poem. It's not possible, what he says. So he tells about his pain. while writing, or strain while writing a poem, how day and day, night and night, month together, he has to wait for getting a divine spark. Good idea. Then he is able to give a shape to the words and prepare a rhyme and a rhythm, attach it to it, and makes a poem. It's not an easy task. So, in the third stanza also he says the same thing. For months together, the window has been deceiving me. The idea comes and goes. I feel that it is deceiving me. Light comes in, means thought, then goes away. And he has been trying to polish the light on his heart. That I have already told you. Polish means polish. Whatever the words and ideas he get, he polishes it in such a way that it should touch the heart of these two children. I mean, the people, the audience, or the readers, those who listen to it. Right? So, sometimes the thought comes and sometimes it passes away, it plays with me. So, Sita says deceiving, he says deceiving. Right? And polishing here means what? Adding some imagination, beauty, color, and fabrication to these words and theme of the poem, so that anybody who hear and who listen it get some excitement. Right? They all say he was a poet. Last stanza this is. His eyes saw the pain in mirror, means his pain he only knows. That occupied him, they didn't gauge him, means all other people never gauge on the teacher, gauge on the poet. Poet is not their enemy because he does the virtue. He gives some pleasure to the people. He is not doing any kind of harm to the reader. That's why virtue he used that word. Such a harmless past time never, so harmless the word he has used. Ruined everyone's sleep. I have never disturbed anybody's from the sleep. Rather, everybody who read my poem, means the poet's poem, will always feel some types of excitement in his heart, or some knowledge, some information of life he definitely draws. So this is a virtuous task what I do, but my pity is known to me. I am very painful states, and as a poet, I always lead in a different life, painful life, but I give pleasure to the readers. What he says here is. So all about this is what the people are sympathetic at the poet also, no doubt, and but directly they enjoy the poet, but they cannot render any service to the poet. What he says. So here he says how difficult is composing a poem and giving it a shape to touch your heart. For doing all these things, I get nothing. I lead the same miserable life throughout my life. That is his complaint, Okay. Okay, students, this is all about this lesson. Jayant Mahapatra has very nicely presented the life of a poet. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much.